Hey, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how Spectate can integrate with Zapier.com and literally multiply our feature set by over 2,000. So Zapier, if you didn't know about it already, is a web service which connects other web-based applications. In fact, they integrate with over 2,000 apps, and here's some of the popular ones here. I'm sure you've heard of all of these guys. But you can use our Zapier integration to do amazing things. So for instance, let's imagine that you were having a home buyer seminar, a live event in your brokerage and or in your office, and you were using Eventbrite to handle the registrations for that. And let's pretend that every time somebody registers over on your Eventbrite page, that Eventbrite sends a notification to Zapier, and then Zapier in turn can trigger Spectate, and we can do things like send an SMS message to that person with their receipt. Or maybe you've got a ManyChat chatbot and somebody types in a request for help. They type in the word help, they send a message to your chatbot. ManyChat can then, via Zapier, connect to your Spectate account, and we can instantly try to connect that lead via a sales bridge to someone on your support team and get a live phone call going with them. So Zapier can do all those things, initiating from these other apps and then taking action in Spectate. But it also works in reverse. Depending on actions that certain users take from within Spectate, they send you a certain message or they click on a certain thing, we can then send information to Zapier, which then triggers features in all of these 2,000 apps. So it's a very powerful little integration that we've got. So let's imagine that somebody sent an SMS message to you in Spectate. Then via Zapier, we can add an event on your Google Calendar, for instance. All right, well, you're wondering now, how do I integrate all this? So we bounce back to Spectate, and if we go up here in the top right-hand corner and go to your settings, we're then going to use this third tab over for Zapier, where you're going to see two important fields, your Zapier invitation link and your API token. So we're going to start off by hitting the Create button and creating for ourselves a token, which appears right there. And then you want to either highlight it and copy it to your clipboard, or we've got a handy little button here. You can just press that and it will copy it to your clipboard. And then you want to visit the link that's in this Zapier invitation. So we've got a handy plus button which will open another tab and take you straight there, where you're going to see a screen much like this in Zapier, assuming you're already logged in on your Zapier account. You're going to hit the Accept Invite and Build a Zap, and you'll start to see a screen like this. We're going to trigger a Zap in Spectate Marketing. Choosing the app Spectate Marketing should already be selected for you. Likewise, the triggering event we're going to use is Trigger a Zap, and we're going to hit Continue. And now we're going to be asked to sign into our Spectate account. So when you hit this blue button, it's going to pop up another little window, which I'll drag down here so you can see it. And this is where you're going to paste that API key that we copied a moment ago. So I'll put my cursor in there and paste it in and hit Continue. There we go. And now you can see that our Spectate Marketing account appears in this pull down. If you've got multiple Spectate accounts, you would see more than one. But here's the only one that I've got connected on this account. And then I'm going to hit Continue. And from here, you could choose a Zap name, but right now we haven't got any Zaps yet. So I'm actually going to abandon this Zap. We've done the important part. We've connected Spectate to Zapier. And now we're going to bounce back into Spectate. Now that we are officially connected, and there's a couple of different ways that Spectate can trigger zaps. So for instance, over in the autoresponder, so we've got another video that you can watch and learn all about autoresponders. But let's imagine that you have an autoresponder set up and one of the keywords in it is one. So anytime somebody text messages you with the phrase one, I will scroll over here and edit this option. If they type in the word one, or indeed if they put in the number one, they're going to get this message, response number 1, and then we're also going to scroll down here and we're going to add it to a zap. So as of yet, we've not yet created any, but let's create one now, and we'll call it, I don't know, Zap Demo 1 Auto Responder. Oops, I misspelled autoresponder. Give it a descriptive name, and I'll save that. And then I'm going to select from among my zaps. Right now I have only one, but I'll choose that, and I will save it. And so now if you look at my autoresponder, you'll see for this option, if anybody types any of these keywords, 1 or the number 1, it's going to send them a message, and it's also going to trigger a zap. Similarly, over in the IVRs, and we've got another video that will explain to you what those are and how you set them up. But I've got a training demo that's already created right now. If I hit the edit button and I want to add an option to this, so an IVR is if somebody calls your phone line and they're going to hear the message, press 1 to do this, press 2 to do that, press 3 to hear a list of our agents, press 4 to opt out of future messages, etc., etc. But I'm going to add an option to this IVR. It's actually my first option. I haven't got any yet. So option number 1 is going to fire an action. And once again, I'm going to choose Add to a Zap. I could choose the existing one that we just made a moment ago, but I'm actually going to make another one here called Zap Demo 2. And I'm going to call this one IVR. There we go. And I will select it, Zap Demo 2. And then to be complete, an IVR message needs to have some piece of audio. I could either record something, or in this case I'm just going to say no audio to speed up the demo, and hit done. Okay, and there it is. We've got when someone dials this IVR and they hear the audio menu and then they press 1, it is going to fire off this zap. So that was the first step. Now if I bounce back to Zapier, and now I choose from among those 2 zaps that we just created. So if I press this, it's going to go and pull spectate, and it's going to find both of these 2 zaps. So in the instance of the autoresponder, if somebody on our autoresponder sent the text message with the word 1 to our phone line, well, spectate's going to trigger this zap, and this is where we're catching that. And I hit continue. You can either run a test to see if it finds any data. I'm going to skip it because no one has yet sent me that text message. And then from here, sky's the limit. This is where you choose the second app from among all these many ones. However many apps that you are connected with on Zapier. This is where you could choose your ManyChat account, and you could send a ManyChat text message to somebody, or indeed you could choose any of these other accounts, these other apps that you are connected to, and build an app to your heart's content. So that's how we integrate with Zapier, and that's how you can take advantage of the 2,000 other integrations that they offer, all these other different services in bi-directional format. You can send things to these apps, or these apps indeed can trigger things within Spectate. So hope that helps, and we'll see you in the next video.